Hello, everybody. So today we'll talk about the eternal space. So let's go into it, right? Okay. So this is you, and this is your parents, and this is your grandparents, and this is your great grandparents. Okay. And let's say you have a child. And a child has a child. You get the point, right? There's one thing that is consistent in the evolution of our DNA. So my expression, your expression is an evolution of a tree. Okay, so there is this tree and it has so many branches. Okay, so that branch, you're part of the branch. Okay, your child is part of your branch. The ancestral branch of your the ancestral branch of your tree is the same tree, same you, right? But in different expression. So right now you are in this expression, I'm in this expression. Okay. So your parents too are on, your grandparents, great grandparents are all different expressions of the same tree. Okay. So so whatever expression that comes out from this tree, whatever expression that comes out, it doesn't matter, male, female, doesn't really matter. Whatever expression, it expresses itself on the screen of space. That very space that you are looking at has carried the expression of your great grandparents, your grandparents, your parents, and it's carrying your expression right now. And it's going to carry the expression of your child, and it's going to carry the expression of your child's child, right? So, by understanding the structure of the space that carries all this expression, by taking your attention off your linear thought processes, your linear thought patterns, you are able to move away from this you and notice the tree in the space, right? Because that tree itself is also in the space. Okay? And by taking attention off your own linear experiences back to the tree, you are able to make adjustments to the tree. Better still, you are able to prune the tree. You prune it to make it look better. Yeah? But paying attention to the space, it's not going to be enough to do that. Why? Because whatever space, whatever you are paying attention to right now, whatever space that you are holding right now, that is the space that has always been holding you, from childhood. To see the whole of the family tree, that space needs to be expanded. Okay, and the only time or the only way that can be done, okay, is through meditation. Okay, it's through meditation. But so this is where I would recommend that if you have not been meditating, you've just been listening to a lot of us talk about consciousness and awareness, the thousands of teachers out there, I would recommend that you begin meditating right now, because it is important to seeing the space more clearly. You would know that you are seeing your tree. You would know that you are seeing your tree when you begin to see the light in the space. There is a light consciousness in the screen of space that can be seen by those who meditate. This tree is the tree of life. It does not only carry your family line, it doesn't just carry your family branch, it carries everything. Okay, and the tree is made out of light. The tree carries everything. It carries not just your family line, it carries my family line, it carries every single expression that you can observe. It carries their family line. We are from the same root. Okay, or just as a tree can be so huge and has so many branches, and then the branches can be so apart from each other, but at the same time, one branch that's probably on the north side, and the other branch that is probably at the south side will somehow curve and then intertwine, okay, in the place of marriage. Okay, so that can also happen, but then it's still the same concept. Okay, so the tree is made out of light. The light is best described as fire, flames. Okay, so the tree is made out of light, and the branches is made out of flames. But those flames are, like when you've really zoomed out of your linear experience of time, your linear stories, and you're not attached to them so much, then you're able to notice that the tree is made out of light and fire, or flames. Okay, So in getting to this point, we would still see and notice the eternal space, this very same space that is in your present moment right now. As boring as it looks, as boring as it is, can become exciting if you don't allow the ego to take you away from it. Okay, the ego is always taking us away from the space. Okay, in today's world, we don't even recognize that the space is there. The space is an exciting phenomenon. It's not there to be seen. It's not there for the ego to say. But now that somebody is talking about it and you're listening and then you're putting your attention on the space, you realize that now that your attention is on it, it's still not there to be seen. So whether your attention is on it or your attention is not on it, it's forever invisible. It's not there. So we are inside something that is not there. I'm sure that sounds familiar to those who have a concept of what the void is. This space is eternal. Whatever has happened is going to happen. Remember, it's all past. Okay? The eternal space, the ever-present space, holds all past experiences. So, when you put your attention on it, when this you puts your attention on the screen of space, you begin to zoom out and you disappear. You begin to disappear. Linear experiences doesn't make sense to you anymore. You drift away from family and friends because you cannot relate so much. And it's not that you are being a bad person, it's just that's just how it is. Since you've stopped following your script and you've started looking at the book itself, you'll be unable to do some certain things that you used to do in the past. Okay. So and it's a thing of joy. Why? Because that's our true nature. Okay? Eternity is the true nature of every expression. Because we don't go anywhere. We are actually the space itself, fractured. We fracture ourselves. We did it. Okay, the you who is looking at me right now decided to have an expression, and you looked at the tree of life and you're like, okay. Since I'm already the tree of life, I'm already the light and the flame. Let me see what I would like to express myself as this time around. So you left the whole of eternity and to express yourself in a fractured form. You chose your parents, chose everything. Okay, so life in the 3D is just like a drama. Okay, but I believe that we are in the age where that drama softens to allow the nature of reality to unfold itself in the 3D world. Okay. And this can happen. This can it can happen in so many ways. It can happen so many ways. But I truly believe that by this way, by paying attention to the space, and by expanding that space, expanding the feeling of the space through meditation, you'll be able to unlock certain DNA strands in the body that had to be dormant in order for us to play our role in the 3D linear world. So in this world, death doesn't make any sense whatsoever, because by zooming out from your linear expression, your linear thought processes, your familiar thought processes, what you will naturally think of in terms of your daily activities, manifestation, whatever it is, when you zoom out from everything, including manifestation, when you zoom out from everything, you realize that you are the screen, and you zoom out more, you realize that there is a tree, and that tree holds it holds everything. Okay, and that tree never dies. Okay, because I there's really no way to explain. But there's no death. It doesn't really make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, there's just life. There's just a tree of life. Okay. And the tree has always been. Of course, it has always been, because it carries everything. The idea of, oh, this has been, but it's not. Or this is, but it will not be later in future, is all coming out. It all stems from the branches. Okay. It all stems from the branches, and there are some branches that do not express. It did not give a good expression of the nature of the space, the nature of the unity of the space. So the Father has to prune it. God the Father has to prune those branches. Okay, has to prune them so that the tree can look nice and lovely, right? So the Father prunes it through meditation. And you are the being that does the pruning through your meditation. So if you have any negative attributes, characteristics that you don't like about yourself, it's not that you do something about it. There is nothing for you to do, as long as you are meditating. Meditation is not something to be done. It's returning back to what is going on in the present moment. Meditation is what is. So our thinking, oh, I want to change this, I want to become a better person, I want this, I want that, I don't want this, I don't want that, that is we doing something. But when we stop doing those things, when we stop trying to manifest, stop trying to do that, not do that, then we return back to what is. And what is God the Father. And He dwells in the Son. And the Son dwells in Him. And the Son is eternal. So I don't know if I explained the nature, external nature of space as much as I want to. So we'll have a part 2 of that. Okay, so see you in the next video. Thank you for watching this.